This is why I said begin with the end in mind. Before you start that relationship, are you getting into the relationship because you are lonely? Are you getting into the relationship because you are afraid to be alone? Are you getting into the relationship because you just want someone to hang out with? Begin with the end in mind. Maybe you're about to start a new relationship, a new career. There's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing you want to do that someone else has not paved the way in that direction. So what do I advise to do? First, know where you want to go, because it is destination that determines the direction that you will travel. I hope you get what I'm saying. It is the destination you are going that will determine the route in which you will follow. And you cannot travel with someone going in the opposite direction and expect to get to the same destination. So I said direction is very, very important for anyone in anything, either in your business, in your job, in your family, in a relationship, or even as an individual. The kind of course you want to study in the university, the kind of job to take, the kind of career path to follow. There is no one who gets to their destination without following the right direction. And there are two ways to actually get the right direction. Number one is ask for direction. And that is the simplest and easiest path to get to where you're going. Number two, experiment. And that can take you your whole lifetime and you might never even get there. Now, we have sorted out the issue of how to find direction to where you want to go. But what about someone who does not even know where they want to go, but they know they need to go somewhere? That's why I said destination is what determines the direction to follow. If you want to go to the east, don't head to the west, because you're never going to arrive in the east. That is the power of mentorship. Mentorship will save you from a lot of stress, from a lot of mistakes, because the road you're traveling, others have traveled the same road. So certain mistakes they have made, if you will just humble yourself and ask questions and sit down to be taught, you will find out that many mistakes they made, you don't have to make them anymore. That's where leadership comes in. Strategic leadership, especially in critical times and seasons. I know change is the order of the day in this era, and no one has it all together, but I can tell you the method might be different, but the principle stays the same. Those who have mastered the principle in any sector of life, put them in any situation, they'll be able to navigate their way out of that situation. Why? Because they have learned the principle. It's a simple principle for someone who wants to go from being broke not to being broke. It's a simple principle. The simple principle is money gravitates towards those who are solving problem. If you are not solving any problem, money will not come to you. It's simple. It is easier for me to get money from someone when I have a product to sell to them than for me standing in front of them and just looking at them. Think about that. People will easily pay for a solution to a problem they've been facing, or maybe a problem they don't even know they're having, or probably a solution they don't know ever existed. Many years ago, growing up in Nigeria and Africa, I never knew anything like Google Maps existed. We had to depend on help from people on the road, bus conductors, bike men, transport guys. We had to depend on them to get to where we were going, because I never knew there was anything like Google Maps. I'm coming from a small town called Shaki in Oyo State, Nigeria. But now I checked the other day on Google Maps and I see that Shaki is on Google Maps right now. So I started by saying that begin with the end in mind. This relationship you're about starting, in order to save yourself unnecessary pain, in order to save yourself heartbreak, are you sure that this relationship is one that you will love to last for a lifetime? This man, this woman you're about saying yes to, is this the kind of a man or a woman you're willing to live the rest of your life with? If not, it's not worth the pain, because the little or the momentary pleasure you get will last you a memory of a lifetime. That's what makes certain things painful, because the memories never leave our mind. It's not the act we commit, it's the memories that never leave. And that's the secret that makes life either pleasant or painful. If someone slaps you right now, the pain will only last for about, let's say, 5 to 10 minutes. But what lasts longer is the humiliation you feel and the memory of that slap. That's why I say begin with the end in mind. So now, before I associate with anyone, before I commit to any project, I take my time to consider again, am I sure I want this to be in my memory? Am I sure that this person has my best interest at heart? These are things that we need to consider again and again so that we save ourselves from pain, we save ourselves from mistakes, we save ourselves time wastage, because every time you waste, you can never get it back. That's one of the most indispensable asset human has. That's the most valuable commodity on earth is time. Until you solve a problem, nobody is going to reward you for that problem. And it is easy to actually make money. What is the principle? Have a product to sell or have a service to render, and look for those who are willing to pay for the product or for the service and offer it to them. And they will gladly pay you, and you don't have to beg anyone for finances anymore. Thank you for stopping by. I hope I've been able to contribute greatly. I hope I've been able to add value to you in this session. If yes, type in the comment section. Let me know the lessons you have learned. See you next time.